present the UPDF established in 2021 an instrument of delegated command, control, and administration to General Wilson Mbadi, the Chief of Defense Forces of the UPDF, to command all elements of the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Given under my hand and authority, this the 17th day of February 2024. Yoweri Museveni, President. Thank you. Really, this is the whole thing about what you are doing here. The doctrine of defense and the establishment, the structures of how you are going to preserve security, peace in Uganda, and if there is need for treatment, then what and who is doing what. We must understand the substance of this, not just the names. So therefore, I congratulate you on developing the doctrine. I congratulate Dr. Sukutesa and his group.
The signing of the UPDF Establishment 2021 made it a legal document to guide the UPDF's organization, composition, personnel and ranking structure, equipment required, and the size of the force.
This is a statement of vision, organization, and the strength of the UPDF. It elaborates the appropriate structures, functions, roles, and the necessary relationships across and between various levels of command and control of the defense forces.
Well, congratulations to the UPDF on that achievement. And in more news, it was joy and excitement as residents of the two districts of Mubende and Kakumiro witnessed the completion of the Nyamuguza bridge that had disconnected the two districts. River Nyamuguza was washed away by heavy rains that rocked the country in the months of October and November, leaving several roads and bridges broken. Details in this report. Stakeholders are proposing fast training of leaders who are selected to serve in public positions to acquaint them with leadership skills. Apostle Richard Mayanja says that a number of people entrusted with certain positions are hardly dependable for they lack necessary leadership skills. This was during the graduation ceremony of 61 students of theology at the Leadership Life Institute International.
With certificates in different leadership levels at the Leadership Institute International, the students completed their level 1, 2 and 3 training on leadership and ministries. According to Apostle Richard Mayanja, many people are in leadership positions but have little or no skills to execute their duties.
Never been trained is work. The key that you need as a leader is commitment.
He proposed that government starts training leaders in key positions before they take up their duties.
Integral people keep their word. Excellent people are expected to do things better.
The principal Kingdom Life International Institute, James Sechanzi, decried a decline in quality of leaders and the growing mistrust. He says this has been due to polarization of leadership environment by politics.
Expectation in you is to reach out to the whole world and make it better, wiser, orderly, cleaner, smarter, happier, and hopeful.
Some of the graduates highlighted why they took up leadership trainings.
Our values of Kingdom Life Tabernacle and the Institute at large, it speaks of excellency.
Yes, thank you.
Now, as nominations date for the Dokolo District Woman MP seat draws closer, political party leaders at the national level have begun visiting the district to set up mobilization strategies that will usher in their party victory. Details in this report.
The National Unity Platform, NUP, has fronted 300 mobilizers ahead of the Dokolo District Woman MP by-election. On Saturday, delegation led by the Secretary General, David Rubongoya, met party leaders from the 14 sub-counties in the district to mobilize for their candidate.
So we have come also to reawaken our structures, to check on our people, and so that is the purpose for why we are here today. We are glad our people came out in large numbers, and you can see they are energized. Actually, there are many more who wanted to come, but because of logistical issues. So very soon we shall roll out and go to the different sub-counties to meet even our mobilization teams in those particular sub-counties.
One person has already expressed interest to contest under the party's ticket, but Rubongoya said the party will go to the primary election if another shows interest.
The call for expression of interest managed by our election management committee runs until next week.
I am the only lady among these 14 that has shown their interest, who has the vocal voice, who can speak for the common person.
The RISO, the GISO, the PISO, the VISO, the HISO, they threaten our people. We know, we are aware that these state operatives work for the regime. But why do you fear? Challenge. If they want to come and participate in politics, they should declare that they are politicians.
Meanwhile, NRM has fronted Janet Adong Elau as flag bearer out of the 7 who had shown interest for the seat. During the mobilization meeting in Doholo, 2 candidates, Judith Ayugi and Lilian Auma Okulu, stepped down, while 5, including Irene Amongi, Dr. Grace Anna Lalama, Rebecca Rao, and Beatrice Abang, the district NRM chairperson, opted to run independently.
And I sympathize with whoever thinks they are standing because they are going to be given jobs or to be given money.
For me, I have not come for job opportunity. I haven't come for the money, but I have come with a desire to speak for my people of Dokolo District.
The issue of electing our flag bearers by standing behind candidates' agents is very primitive.
Rosemary Seninde, the party mobilization secretary, cautioned the independent aspirants against betraying the party.
How will they come back next time to say, please vote for us, we are NRM, when you will be, or when they will be, the cause of NRM losing, God forbid? We are praying that we don't lose this election. And I pray that they are not the cause of whatever may happen against what we believe.
Doholo Woman MP seat fell vacant last month following the death of Cecilia Barbara Timogwal. Over 13 women have expressed interest in the seat, including Cecilia's daughter, Rosemary Aluachogwal. The by-election is slated for 21st March this year. Eddie Olwa, UBC News.
Uganda Ambassador to Sudan, Dr. Rashid Yahya Semudu, has urged Muslims to establish ties among themselves and to further create markets for their products in various countries to help them develop their businesses. He was at Hotel Africana at an awarding ceremony to appreciate Muslims who have done good for their religion.
Commended for various services to their religion. Among the awarded ones is the second Deputy Prime Minister, Haj Moses Ali, Haj Sadala Musoke of MV Kalangala, and others.
Era nga yalumizibwa omanyi embeera yamutandika omanyi ffe tuleesa ebirowoozo n'amaanyi mu maanyi go n'ekitiibwa kyo nga tumusabira omujjanjabe omusumulule omutaasi omuggirewo embeera.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Ravana Sifluinda.
Wano waliwo amayinja, waliwo sente. Shut up. Corporate brand.
Dr. Rashid Yahya Semudu, who led the celebration, urged Muslims to establish cooperation among themselves and create markets in different countries.
Mukisa musera kye kimu okuyita Honorable Sarah kanyike okujja tubeere nga tukola omukolo oguddako oba ogusembayo ogw'okugaba ebirabo ebyabo.
Dala was also awarded a doctorate degree. Others also share their experiences.
Doctorate eno gye bampadde eyongera kinene nnyo ku bulamu bwange olw'ensonga nti eyongera okunzizaamu amaanyi okukola n'okuinsipayalinga abalala okuteekamu amaanyi okukola n'okufaayo eri abalala.
Okusiima kuno kiddiridde okubeera nti tufuna information ani ali luddawa era ani akola ki tusobole okutuyamba okubeera nga tusobola okumanya ebintu bye tusobola okubeera nga tuyamba nga eggwanga n'Obasiraamu mu community yaffe ey'Obusiraamu. Wabula ekyenjawulo ekirimu nti tetuzze kubeera nga twawula mu ddiini oba okubeera nga tuleeta embeera y'okuba nti tutuka abantu Obusiraamu, wabula embeera yakuteekawo kolagana na ddiini ndala, kuba buli muntu alina eddiini ye gy'akkirizaamu era nga eddiini yo si yeyange n'eyange si yeeyo, naye ng'ekitugatta ffenna ate kukola kubeera nga tutambuza obulamu obulungi, ky'olina nkyetaaga nange kyenyina okyetaaga.
Benon Mukwaya, Jamil Sekajja, UBC.
It was joy and excitement as residents of the two districts of Mubende and Kakumiro witnessed the completion of the Nyamuguza bridge that had disconnected the two districts. River Nyamuguza was washed away by heavy rains that rocked the country in the months of October and November, leaving several roads and bridges broken.
The Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, who is also the Kakumiro District Woman Member of Parliament, says that she is happy that the bridge has been constructed and completed in a record time. Nabanja, with the support of residents, constructed the Nyamugunza Bridge at a cost of over 400 million shillings.
We are doing the final touches of our bridge. We are putting reflectors, such that even during at night, our people can pass without any accidents. The bridge is now ready. We have completed this bridge at a cost of 404 million Uganda shillings. I'm happy that the communities have been supportive.
Engineer Richard Odong from the Ministry of Works and Transport, who was also a site supervisor, says that the bridge has been constructed very well and cannot be washed away anymore. Nabanja appeals to the residents in the two districts to be patient and wait until March 9th, 2024, when the bridge shall be officially opened for public use as advised by engineers.
Tendency of some edges of the bridge suffering from settlement. This one is not going to settle.
Tubasaba mu lukozese okwekulaakulanya buli muntu afune kyayisaawo ekireta ssente mu makaage kubanga gwe gubadde omuziziko.
Meanwhile, the completion of Nyamugunza Bridge has excited residents from the two districts.
Honorable Nabanja, Prime Minister, omukyale manze nkwata amata. Tukweyagala muno tuna rutindo gwaitu ruhwere. Ati tukwesima tukweyagala tukulya tukuchumba. Honorable Nabanja, Prime Minister, tukusimire muno.
Banaye Katonda, wangaza mama oyo. Mwami Museveni tomujjawo tukwegayiride mama kubona wakisa
ebyakozire byona hanu yatimbira rugudo runo kandi turabaho gari ya mizi garatwika mu maraka bitu Nabanja tuterire hamani yatworo rugudo runo
tulimireyo naye kati ebirime byaffe byonna bibadde bifiriddeyo nyeyo nga tukyayisaawo birime naye byatukoledde okutuyambako oluguudo luneeno ne lubanga kati tuyitaayitawo bulungi nnyo. Tumusiimye nnyo.
Sawa ya leero Nabanja tuyambye olutinda lukoze ebirime twetoloola lusozi lwena mengo lwe waffe tulokono wali rwakutuka erware erituleraanye ery'amaanyi liri wano ekooki tetina lwaliro ly'amaanyi era liri mu kakumiro.
The construction of the Nyamugunza Bridge started on the 2nd of January with an assessment of the damage, and construction work lasted over a month. The bridge will be officially opened next month, although motorcycles and pedestrians will start using the bridge tomorrow. Justin Nakami, UBC News.
Chikube and Kagadi district security committees have temporarily suspended the operations of Association of Fisheries and Lake Users of Uganda on the pending investigations into the allegations of extortion. This is after a public outcry from the fishermen on Lake Albert on the landing sites of Ndaiga in Kagadi, Senjojo in Chikube district, and Chitebere landing site in Ntoroko district. More details in this report.
A meeting held on the land site of Senjojo in Chikube between the Fishermen, Association of Fisheries and Lake Users of Uganda leaders, UPDF Marines. Afalu has been accused of promoting illegalities on Lake Albert from impounding fishing gears and allowing Congolese to fish on Ugandan waters.
You know, he's good at saying accusations all over, calling each and every person he comes across. But to me, we need to know Afalu. He has not come to my office. This is almost getting to a year, still terrorizing people there, going into waters, doing operation, arresting people, getting money from them, getting fishing gears from them. Whether he sells them, we do not know. I do not know if they are here. I don't know who is in charge of this place here.
The district fisheries officers of Chikube and Kagadi have accused Afalu of deviating from their roles as a community-based organization that was registered to carry out sensitization.
This area also has a lot of illegal fishing gears, and the commanders have arrested very many people from this area who are having illegal fishing gears. In some 2 weeks back, they also arrested around 12, and we presented them to be taken to court.
That's why the chair was asking, we don't have those structures. How did you become a chairperson of Lake Albert?
The Afalu chairperson in charge of Bunyoro, Hassan Kamago, however, denied the allegations against him and Afalu.
Problem where is coming from? Mukuru RDC. It is coming from the leaders who are in the government right now using illegalities on waters. That's why they are fighting Afalu.
The RDCs temporarily suspended all activities carried out by Afalu on the lake until further notice.
Like this is illegal because we are not supposed to be here. It was declined. So we must get those people on gazetted landing sites and then they do their work. So our chief whip, that is my comment.
The Marine Commander at Lake Albertine, Lieutenant Colonel Edward Ijo, has called for cooperation in order for everyone to benefit from the lake.
And then sensitize the people, which if it is me alone may not be understood very well sometimes. But if we stand together and then you beat the bigger drum and then we come out to allow the other one, it means we are now singing the same song.
George Nyawizima, Benon Mukwaya, UBC.
Ugandan National Council for Science and Technology is reviewing national guidelines for research involving humans as research participants. The Acting Executive Secretary, Uganda National Council for Science and Technology, Dr. Martin Ongol, points out that the aim is to ensure that rights of people who participate in health research are protected.
Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, Office of the President, is pushing for the pathogen economy with the aim to reduce imports on pharmaceutical products.
Pathogen economy, which works on research that involves humans, where we look at vaccine development, medicines or therapeutics development, diagnostics, artificial intelligence interventions in the line of health, medical equipment and devices, all these in their value chain of validation, you find that we need human participants. For example, for vaccines and drug development, we actually need to do clinical trials. And I'm happy to report that currently there's a clinical trial going on, the first of its kind that the nation has had, of therapeutics from natural products. We've set up a whole platform. We call it CONAT, the Clinical Trials Platform for Natural Products. We take you all the way from your idea, and here we've actually embraced those that we call herbalists commonly, but actually at STIOP we call them indigenous scientists. So we don't want their products to fail to go beyond the borders of this country. We want their products to actually go on our national essential medicines list.
Uganda National Council for Science and Technology is reviewing national guidelines for research involving humans as research participants. So the purpose is to ensure that the rights of individuals who participate in health research are protected, but also make the health research more compatible to the changing national and international research landscape.
And basically this aligns to research in the medical field. The first, the current edition is the 2014 edition, but there are very many changes in, first of all, the regulatory landscape in Uganda, but also the government policies have changed, that we shouldn't only do research and then leave it in the shelves, but then we should do more research, and this research should actually lead to production of more goods and services, and it is through these goods and services that actually probably will lead to commercialization. And of course, you know, with the commercialization, industrialization, there is increased income, and this is quite important for improved livelihoods and overall economic development.
Uganda National Council for Science and Technology is mandated to regulate all aspects of science, technology and innovation. Adia Nakute, UBC.
And in more news, Mpoma Girls Secondary School is basking in the glory of its remarkable achievement in the Uganda Certificate of Education UCE examinations. The school has held a grand Thanksgiving ceremony to express gratitude for its stellar performance in the national examinations. More details in this report.
With an exceptional pass rate, Mpoma Girls has reaffirmed its reputation as a leading education institution.
We are celebrating the results of UCE 2023. We glorify the Lord's name for whatever we have achieved. Well, academic excellence is a plan. You have got to come up with a good plan and then execute the plan. And so, academic excellence that we are celebrating today is no accident. We planned for it. And then God perfected it. We put in place physical facilities, the right environment, we set it, the correct human resource.
So we wish to dedicate this entire day and celebration to you, because it is because of your cause that we are here. Thank you so much. Thank you for not failing us, and thank you for not disappointing the mothers. Surely would have been disappointed if this didn't happen.
Students, teachers and staff say the results reflect their dedication and hard work.
I really want to thank my mentors who always supported me and kept on advising me on how to read.
I got 10 in 10, and I attribute my success to my teachers, my supportive parents, and
I managed to score a 9 aggregate in 8, and the reason as to why I managed to perform really well was majorly because God really helped me. It was all God's work.
The Thanksgiving event was an indication of time to rejoice as the school administrators, religious leaders commend the students for their diligence.
Through this desert, so as He may make you a great woman on this planet Earth. Do not be swept away by the finances, by the monies. Money is not everything. Remain focused. Put your head Hi.
Special recognition was given to the teaching staff.
And in more news, the family of FONASA hero, late Captain Raheru Valerian, is seeking the location of their remains of the member who died in 1973 during Idi Amin's regime as NRA member. These remarks were made in Intungamo district at the memorial ceremony of launching the late family SACCO and proposed project of vocational institutions.
Doctor, for leading us in this agenda.
The family of Hero Raheru Valerian in Ntungamo district has launched a family circle for memorial projects in remembrance of FONASA members who fought for peace in Uganda. The family has requested government to contribute at least 93 billion because their person died while liberating Uganda during Idi Amin's regime in 1973 as the first NRA member.
So we are asking kindly, if it's possible, His Excellency and the government of Uganda, you can bury our son, our brother, our uncle, and our grandfather. Then, if it's not possible to get the remains, still you can hold for us a memorial service for us to remember and officially pray for him so that he can be safe and happy wherever he is.
The Ntungamo District RDC, Kadam Chunguzi Godfrey, who represented former Prime Minister Ndugu Ruhakana Rugunda, said the government cannot manage to find remains of the late. However, it can contribute 93 billion they are asking for.
3 billion shillings that are expected to do the work of the SACCO and the institute. The good thing, Ugandans are very clear. They are aware that whatever NRM promises must always come. Therefore, on behalf of the President, I want to confirm that one is very possible, and people, one time, it is now as if it is a dream, it will come true, and every Ugandan will enjoy that institute, plus all the neighboring country.
Stephen Kanamanya, FONASA chairperson Western Axis, said that the late Raheru tried at his young age to fight for the country, and it should be so grateful to celebrate his efforts as a country.
Died early. They had just launched FONASA because FONASA was launched in 72 and he died in 1973. So it was soon immediately after it started. So it's unfortunate that he died when he was still young. But yeah, the people who remained have really fought, and this is the time that we are remembering his blood.
This ceremony comes with good news that the government of Uganda is promising to put a remembrance or a memorial institution and circle for the late Raheru who fought for liberation of Uganda in FONASA. As the church, we always pray for the dead, but also we pray that his name should not be forgotten.
Akathuria Nelson and Benun Mukwaya, UBC.
Now, where is Dr. Aaron Lawrence, the Chambogo University lecturer who raped a visually impaired teenage girl? And on what basis was he given police bond, and how has he since escaped rearrest? As these questions still linger, the suspect remains at large. Now the rape victim wants to become a lawyer to prevent similar occurrences. Details in this report.
For security reasons, we shall conceal her identity and call her Joan Mirembe. The 16-year-old visually impaired student had just made a presentation as part of the conference in Nairobi.
As every person who is persistent and optimistic, I've tried to find my way out through all those challenges.
She was a beneficiary of a project, All We See Is a Possibility, for which Dr. Aaron Lawrence was the project administrator at Chambogo University. The student of Sir Apollo Kagwa Secondary School in Mukono had traveled to Nairobi, Kenya with 3 other students. Their caretaker was Dr. Aaron, who upon return dropped each of them at their respective residences.
So he took my friends at the bus park, so because they had to board for Guru, and then she took a certain colleague of mine at the university, Chambogo University, because that's where she was from. Then for me, he had to take me at home at Namugongo, so that the next day I can go to school because it was a briefing.
All had been well until she remained alone with him in the vehicle.
But we had drove a reasonable distance and I felt thirsty. So I asked him for drinking water or anything that can tame the thirst. Then he gave me water and then I blacked out. After some time, when I came back into my senses, previously I was sitting at the front seat, but then I was at the back seat. And then he was handing me over a pill. So when I asked him what this pill was for, he told me that it would be good before 72 hours.
This was not all. On trying to change her sitting posture, she noticed something strange.
I couldn't actually check to see what's in the nika because I don't see at night. So I asked him what he had. Then I noticed that he had actually got advantage of me and used me instead. And then when I then asked him out of curiosity, I told him, what have you done? He kept quiet. And then I told him, what you've done is wrong. He just said, thank you.
What followed next in their conversation were threats of either ending her life or denying her future foreign travel opportunities.
There was a time he told me not to say it to anyone. That if I told it to anyone, or my parents, or my friends, my teachers at school, or even the press, he told me he will make sure that I miss other opportunities of going outside the country and representing, as that one was in Kenya. And then he told me that I could, if I speak, then I'm risking my life, that she could end my life, even harm my parents.
Upon reaching home, the impression he left seemed so good that if she opened up, no one would believe. She opted to go to bed.
The conversations that took place between my aunts, my grandmother and him were very good. So he left an impression at home that he was a good person and he was a very responsible person.
But the young girl was preparing to sit for her Uganda certificate of education. When she returned to school, she shared the news with the senior woman teacher, who then took her to police.
When we reached the police station, I was advised by a certain lady who took my statement and showed me that I have to let one of my parents know something about it, either my father or my mother. I was also afraid because my mother had high blood pressure, so I thought that what if I tell her the pressure goes high? So I decided to tell my father instead.
The suspect was arrested, but was given police bonds, leaving the victim and the father helpless.
And I felt that by now this man should have been in court. But you can see from that time up to today, if you take from 27 up to today, this is a long, long time for such a case, for such a person to be out, not yet taken to court.
Dr. Aaron is said to have absconded the police bond on December 14th, 2023. He had been arrested for aggravated defilement. Police, which granted bond to the suspect, now seems bothered by the happenings.
And for the last over 1 month, he has been in hiding. He disappeared on allegations he disappeared after charges that were slapped against him of aggravated defilement of a 16-year-old female disabled girl and the beneficiary of the program that he was managing.
The matter has since attracted the attention of legal action for persons with disabilities.
So we want to know where the file is. Why are people sleeping on the file? But we also have information that there have been conversations where the people in police and the state attorneys have called the father of the victim and asked him to negotiate this case out of court. Honestly, how can a police officer advise the father of the victim that a defilement case should be negotiated out of court?
To the victim, this is an act that tantamount to obstructing justice.
I want to be a lawyer. I want to be able to fight for the rights of others. I want to make sure that people who are vulnerable like me get justice.
In the recently released UCE results. She scored first grade with 28 aggregates.
Before it, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I had no reason. I just thought that, being a lawyer is fun. You just help people solve cases, that's what I thought. But when I faced this, it opened my eyes wide, and I got more determined to become a lawyer in future.
For now, the Directorate of Public Prosecutions, in coordination with the Kampala Metropolitan Police, are seeking the public's help in locating the suspects. Dr. Aaron Lawrence, a 56-year-old senior lecturer at Jambogo University, doubles as the Dean of Faculty of Special Needs and Rehabilitation. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Quite disturbing. In more news, government will have to put in place facilities to facilitate the implementation of new curriculum in secondary schools. This was re-echoed at St. Barnabas College Migade celebrations for the 2023 Senior for Success.
Schools continue celebrating success of 2023 Uganda Certificate of Education exams with key revelations.
We put a lot of effort. These people are doing exams from morning, from 6 to 7 every morning, topical tests, from the time they join the senior 4 up to the time they finished. So we also gave them counseling and guidance every time. We resource for them very many papers from different parts of Uganda.
At St. Barnabas College Migade in Wakiso district, the school was in Thanksgiving for the 2023 Senior 4 class.
I'm Tiwa Angel. I'm from St. Barnabas College Migade, and I got a first grade. It's all because of God. And I want to thank God first of all, because He has enabled me to get this first grade. I want to thank my parents, my teachers. They've done a lot of work in me.
We are here to celebrate and appreciate God for having enabled us to succeed in the UCE 2023. Our candidates passed very well.
At least 70 students who wrote the 2023 UCE exams, 11 secured first grades, 17 second grades, and 27 in the third grade.
I advise my fellow members who are in Senior 4 and those who are in semi-candidate classes, I advise you to trust in the Lord, obey your parents, obey your teachers, love them and make them your friends so that you can benefit out of them.
However, those who performed below the expectations, this is a word of encouragement to them.
We don't always judge people according to their performance. It is always character which can push you to another level. And I want to advise parents, they can also try to take another route of training these kids who do not perform well. They join vocational training institutions as an avenue to have another life.
The activities including the teaching of vocational, we have introduced it, the teaching of DIT, we have also improved our school standard and outlook, so we are promising to have better results compared to what we have got.
The implementation of the new curriculum is targeted for the teachers at the school.
Why you find we are almost giving our students something similar, but not exactly what they are supposed to get. So I want to encourage the government and all the stakeholders at least to sacrifice and perfect this idea so that we have the real skills given through high.
However, the school is also not leaving the sports sector behind.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the
Osmosis.
the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Have you packed more with Harbour jelly and Harbour foam? Yes, we packed. It will protect your skin from skin rashes. More with pack. It is a new improved more with Harbour jelly. So soft and smooth. It is a more with Harbour jelly.
Tell me, kids, the scent? Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Harbour Jelly and Harbour Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit all day confidence.
Hi, my name is Dennis Masindo Nyango, former Uganda Cranes captain and goalkeeper. My kind of a tank at home is a Crest tank. I use it at the farm and at home. I recommend it for everyone.
The energy of this land comes to life in dreams and memories. It lights up in these nights and leads us to new horizons. It pushes us to go further and see bigger. The energy of this land comes from here. It comes from Africa, and it vibrates in each of us.
Empowered by Africa.
Oryx Lubricants, powered by Africa.
The only water that can quench my thirst. Aquafina, we are good. Aquafina, hydration that is good. With essential and good. Can never tell what I got to. Aquafina is my drinking water, my love.
In the production process of Aquafina, we expertly filter every drop, providing clear and perfect tasting water to help you keep hydrated with the added benefit of minerals. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International in Uganda and is available at only 1,000 shillings.
Welcome to Dade Nursery and Primary School Luzira, a school that gives your child a positive learning environment that makes them feel comfortable and safe. We are a progressive year-round nursery and primary school, providing a child-centered approach to early learning, collaborative family atmosphere, and a safe, inspiring environment that encourages exploration and creativity. Dade Nursery and Primary School offers a wide range of co-curricular activities that promote teamwork, physical and mental development, including ballet, soccer, basketball, piano, and home economics. Admissions are in progress from baby class to P7, starting from the 8th of January to the 5th of February 2024. Find us at the first left turn after Oryx Service Station towards Luzira.
Welcome back to still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. Tororo business community seems to be overwhelmed with the volume of waste that has surpassed collection and disposal capabilities. There is extensive littering in suburbs, roads and streets with plastic bottles and agricultural refuse becoming an environmental threat. Now, the Tororo Municipality Council and Shire Petroleum Company have collaborated to cleanse the town and address the inadequate sanitation and hygiene. Details in this report.
Methselolo, Senior Assistant Town Clerk, oversees Western Division and says the garbage including plastic, paper, bottles and agricultural waste are extreme.
And we are trying to emphasize and encourage the community of Tororo to ensure that at least they try as much as possible, but they do the sorting of garbage. Now practically we are doing this in the central market where we are now introducing for every sector the garbage bins. Garbage bins for the industrial waste and for decomposable waste. Decomposable waste so that when it goes to the garbage bank, it goes already sorted. The decomposable waste is easy to be carried away to those who want them in the farm because there's already a market. Industrial waste, we have places to take them to the garbage site. But there are also things like bottles and other plastics. Those ones are for recycling. We are having our partners who have come around who are interested in recycling. Actually, they now buy those like plastics, bottles and the rest.
They want waste sorting at the market by sector, utilizing designated garbage bins for industrial waste management and disposal. Kong Ambrose, head of sales and marketing, underscores their choice to engage in this endeavor as part of their social responsibility, recognizing the town's struggle with improper garbage disposal. I'm Benon Mokwaya with Sando Martin, Tororo.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar! My boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the
Osmosis.
Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Are you a parent or guardian looking for a good and affordable school for your child? Look no further. Mandela Senior Secondary School, Hoima, is the answer. It is a boarding mixed senior secondary school offering arts and sciences. We have good science and computer laboratories, a fully stocked library, and registered with the Ministry of Education and Sports with the center number at an affordable fee structure for every parent. To register your child with Mandela SS in Hoima for the year 2023, call 0772 411 921 or 0771 850 217. Mandela SS Hoima, caring to achieve.
Welcome back, and now in the world of sports, the third edition of Luzira Youth Tournament organized by the Luzira Youth Council and Rotaract Club of Luzira under the Boy Child Uplifting Program. The theme for this year is unlocking potential, talent and talent development through sports.
Luzira Third Edition Tournament was organized with the aim of uplifting talents in the youth of Luzira. Sechuunga Joshua, the youth chairman, Luzira Youth Council, and the organizer of this tournament, explained what forced him to organize this tournament.
The reason why we organize this youth tournament this year is to unlock the potential development of talents of the youth through sports, whereby you have discovered that many youth have their potentials to unlock their talents, but they have been lacking this chance.
Ronald Olore, who sponsored the tournament, has called upon the government of Uganda to come up and support the youth of Luzira in terms of games and sports because it is the source of reducing lawmakers in the society.
I call upon the government of Uganda, especially our beloved president, to come and support the youth in Nakawa division, especially the youth in Luzira parish. Youth have changed, youth are working hard, and through sports, we can see now something happening. And you see now we don't have cases of insecurity, cases of so many things, defilements in the area because of sports.
Luzira FC and Butabika 2 opened the third edition of Luzira Youth Tournament, but ended up with a draw 0-0 goals. Chiberi Bashir and Stephen Kayumba for UBC.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. However, do join us later on at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. My name is Wadulo Arnold, and see you at 10.
My name is Milinga with your weather update. We are still having light isolated showers here and there, most parts of the country. Nevertheless, we have a slight reduction in the rainfall that we are having. Latest in the satellite picture, we are having a low over the Indian Ocean that is depriving us of the moist winds that should have come into our country. Nevertheless, we are still having the local effects like Lake Victoria and parts of the mountains still bring us the light showers here and there. Waking up tomorrow morning, we are waking up to a light showers across parts of Kampala and parts of Masaka, but Mede and Nakasongola are waking up to a bright sunny day. Moving to the eastern, Soroti at the nearby areas are waking up to a bright sunny day, but Jinja and some parts of Tororo with light showers. Moving to the western stretch, are waking up to a bright sunny day tomorrow morning. The northern sector, we are seeing Karamoja with light showers in the early mornings of tomorrow, but the rest of the place of the north with sunny intervals. In afternoon hours, we are seeing a pickup of light showers in parts of the central at a maximum 28.9 degrees Celsius across Nakasongola, 28 parts of Kampala and Mubende, Masaka, the nearby areas. Moving to the eastern, we are having light showers still at the maximum of 32 degrees Celsius across Salty and 29 the rest of the place. Moving to the western stretch, we are having sunny intervals dominating up to the evening hours at maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Kasese 29 parts of Masindi, Barara with 28 and nearby areas. Right from Kabal, we are seeing 25 degrees Celsius. The northern sector, Karamoja region will continue with light showers, though the temperature will be a little bit higher at a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. Gulu and Lila and the rest of the areas with sunny intervals. Moving out of Uganda to the few cities across the globe, we are forecasting sunny intervals. Neighborhood of Nairobi at a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. Dubai the same with a maximum of 25 degrees Celsius. Cairo with sunny conditions at a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. And London with light showers and cloudy conditions at a maximum of 14 degrees Celsius. Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Kutesa Mili. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.
Inspiring Uganda.
Youth of Purpose.
Hello, welcome to Youth of Purpose, a show that is here to give you a platform as young people to be able to impact on what Uganda is, but also impact on your lives to become better. My name is Ivan Tumkunde. Welcome to the show. I welcome you to this second edition of our show where we're focusing associations are having to their old schools. We are looking at how we can be able to revamp the traditional schools through the associations by the old students. And I'm in Gulu, still here at Sacred Heart Girls Secondary School, and basically want to be able to look at how Shoga, the association here, is impacting on their school, and really we want to see the milestones that they are having. Welcome with me, sister. Welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Thank you.
Kindly say hello to the viewer.
Hello, the viewers. I'm Sister Ellen Lamono, the head teacher of this great school in Acholi sub-region or in the Greater North. The school was established in 1934.
Okay.
And as I talk now,
yes,
the enrollment has gone up to 1,200 girls in this school from all over Uganda.
Yes.
Even East Africa. Southern Sudan.
Yeah.
And the activities of the all girls of this school has helped us a lot, especially when we were hosting East Africa Fiesta.
Yes.
if you can see that wall over there, it was the work of the all girls of this school.
Wow.
They contributed a lot. And as I talk now, they have many projects.
Yes.
And one of them is, I saw the BOQ for modern dispensary for the girls.
Yes.
And we are praying for that, for the success of that project in Sacred Heart here.
Yes.
They are also mentoring our girls, counseling them, talking to them. I know many great women came from this school.
Yeah. Actually, that's it. If you can be able to break down some of the big names of those people who have been nurtured from here.
Dr. Joyce Kaduchu was one of the girls in this school.
Yeah.
The leader of opposition, Betty Aol, was in this school.
Okay.
Catherine Lamwaka was in this school.
Yes.
Honorable Amelia Chambade. Yes, she was also in this school.
Yes.
Cecilia Ogwal was in this school, and many others.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Still right here at Sacred Heart SS in Gulu, and we want to be looking at what the association basically is doing in as far as, you know, transforming this school, keeping it with the glory that it has. And with me, I have the PRO of the association. Welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Thank you.
Kindly say hello to the viewer.
Hello viewers, my name is Patricia Joyce Okwi. I am the Public Relations Officer for Sacred Heart All Girls Association.
In short?
Shoga.
Shoga.
We are known by the name Shoga.
Perfect. Tell us about Shoga.
Shoga is an association of all the girls who studied in Sacred Heart. We have members who are elderly, we have the young generation who sat yesterday. As long as you went through Sacred Heart, you can register and become a member of Shoga.
What exactly does Shoga do?
Shoga, first of all, our main direction is to bring all the old girls together. Because we believe that we have been in this school, we have slept in the same dormitories, we have eaten from the same pot. And so after we have finished studies here, people go away, and others are members of parliament, others are doctors and teachers, farmers, selling in the market, whatever. We are doing many jobs out there. But we would like to continue sticking together because we have realized that in sticking together, we have a lot of different gifts, talents that we bring together as a team. So for this time, Shoga's strategic direction is to look at how to bring all these old girls together with their different talents, bring resources together and grow together. Because we believe we are meant for excellence. And so that's what we look at as Shoga.
What does someone benefit from being part of an old schools association?
A lot of things. First of all, just coming together and seeing your friends that you used to study with is one of the things that you benefit from. But secondly, networking. Because as we continue to work together, we network. I know that so and so is somewhere, you know, if you need support, they can support you. Also, we can come together and nurture our younger, you know, students who are here in Sacred Heart still growing so that they can become like us. So there is a lot that we benefit together socially, economically, but also in other aspects of life, including politically, by the way.
Amazing. So with the impact that you're having on yourselves as the members of the association, what impact is Shoga having on Sacred Heart?
A lot. Because you see, these girls look at us and they look at us as, you know, the people they would like to be like. So as the members of this association, we come together. First of all, we want to make our school better than we left it. We would like the school to continue to develop. Right now also as a Sacred Heart All Girls Association, we have a project. A project that we are working at because we saw the school has a small sick bay. And many times these girls go out of the school to seek for medical attention in nearby hospitals. We wouldn't like that anymore. We would like to keep them in school, keep them safe, but also keep them healthy. So Shoga is working towards building a health center within the school to support the school, but also the surrounding community, because we believe they participated in nurturing us. Amazing. So as the all girls, we do that. We also have Tamli mentorship program where we come, we meet the girls, we talk to them, we also listen to them. When they have challenges, they share with us. We also have opportunity to talk to administration and then find out what they are doing and see how we can come in and support. You heard the head teacher was talking about the support that we are giving to the school, the fence that we supported in building, and all these things. We would like to make this school a better place than we left, because it nurtured us. It made us who we are.
You told me about the small girl that I
Ayari.
saw. Yes, tell me about that.
You know, Ayari is at next to the assembly hall. It's one statue that many of the girls, you know, like. Because Ayari, that statue was made to show, because Sacred Heart started on a foundation of trying to build girls, nurture them to be good women, Christian women. And so Ayari was put there for that reason. And so every girl who comes to Sacred Heart feels like, you know, I am like Ayari growing.
Welcome back. You're still watching Youth of Purpose, a show that is giving you a platform for us as young people to make sure that we contribute to whatever happens in this country and make sure that Uganda becomes better. I'm still enjoying the ambience here in Gulu, and we are talking about the contribution that, you know, old students associations are playing in making sure that they revamp their old schools and focusing on the traditional schools. How can we talk about Sacred Heart SS and we don't talk about St. Joseph's Laivi? And the right person to talk about all that and to see what Lakoba is doing, and actually what Lakoba is, my good friend Kenneth. Welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Thank you, my friend Tumukunde. Allow me to take this honor and welcome you to Gulu and Northern Uganda.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because if you talk about Northern Uganda, allow me to say I feel privileged to speak on behalf of Lakoba and Laibi College, because this is one of the giant schools still struggling to stand amidst the challenges in the education sector. So you're most welcome. And to our viewers out there, please stay tuned as we continue to share and forge a way forward in reviving and reawakening the education sector in Northern Uganda as we reposition ourselves for the best that the future holds for us. Thank you.
Great, Kenneth. What's your surname?
Okot.
What does Okot mean?
Okot means someone who was born with the umbilical cord shining. And in its instance, in actually all Luo traditions, it means it is a call for rain.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I talked to someone called Viola Adoch.
Yes.
And she was telling me about the name Adoch and what it means. So
that means she was produced with the legs coming out fast.
Amazing, amazing. I'm so excited to hear more unique things about Northern Uganda, but majorly Gulu, to be specific. So, Kenneth, tell us about St. Joseph's College, Laibi.
Thank you so much again. Like you have asked, St. Joseph's College, Laibi, started in the year 1954 as a junior technical school. Its purpose was to produce more technical individuals, especially in the areas of construction. Later, in 1968, it was transformed into a senior secondary school. and it was founded by the then Verona fathers, Comboni Verona fathers, who enabled to build this strong and powerful school in Acholi sub-region.
Tell us that one thing that you can recall so freshly in your mind during your time when you're here at St. Joseph's.
Wow, if there is something I can always quickly, you talk about Laibi College and I will remember, is our one of our sculpture,
yes,
which depicts the characteristic of a student who enters Laibi College. You come here when you are wild,
wow,
but you walk out when you are tamed, like a lion that has been tamed to now be home.
Tell us about Lakoba.
Lakoba it started as a loose association, collusion of the willing, in 1994, when one of our then prominent head teacher, Father Connor, recommended that if at the time of his death, his casket should be laid down by the old students of Laibi College.
Wow.
And in fulfillment of his wish, the then students came together to give him that respect.
Wow.
After that, it started generating discussion. So it stayed as a loose collusion up to 2005. That is when it got fully registered as an association.
Yes.
Then after that association, it kept on struggling. Again, we sat together and revamped it more vibrantly in 2014.
Oh.
And to date, at least I can now confidently say, Lakoba has left a reasonable mark.
What are some of the activities that your association is doing to impact on the school?
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, one of the things we did is that we have engaged our teachers and students in exchange visit. We last time took our teachers and students to SMAC for an exchange visit and learning.
Wow.
And eventually it is beginning to pay off in terms of transforming how our teachers interact with their students and also how our students now perceive education in its sense. The second thing we are doing, we are trying to build the capacity of our teachers. We hire consultants who come and really give them the nitty-gritties in terms of the modern and the new curriculum that has been introduced. The third thing, we have also supported St. Joseph's College, Laibi, and we constructed an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That is when they were hosting the East African Games.
Wow.
And as a result, currently it is beginning now to generate new talents in the swimming arena, because in northern Uganda, because of a lack of such a facility,
yes,
our students were not so much engaged
taking up the sport of swimming. Yeah.
And we are now beginning to see that. That aside, currently we have also engaged in an MOU with Uganda Cricket's Association, and we have established a fully fledged cricket field or court at Laibi College, and it is also enabling new talents to emerge in the cricket sports. Apart from that, we are currently, we have already, actually this year, we held a marathon with a theme, reawakening the education sector in northern Uganda, and it attracted over 500 people in full participation.
Wow.
Those are the registered runners, and we had over 1,000 people who attended the event, and we dedicated it to raise funds to construct one of a signature gate for the Laibi College.
Wow.
Because where we have reached, it is important that we make Laibi College an identical school in the region.
Kenneth, thank you so much for speaking to us, and I believe from these conversations that we've been having, as an individual, you know, why you should be able to actually be part of your old schools association and the impact actually that we can be able to cause, and therefore reach out to your fellows and be able to start up something both to benefit you as the members, but also when you benefit and you empower yourselves, then you're able to empower the students in the schools where you studied and the school as a whole. What is that one great memory that you have being here at St. Joseph's?
Yeah, there were very many memories.
That one best that you cannot forget.
Yeah, there's one thing that I cannot forget. You know, when you're at school, when you're at school, you have to learn very many, even including survival skills. There was a very tough teacher. You know, in every school, there is always one teacher that everyone always fear. So, he used to discipline us a lot. So, being an adolescent boy, and when I was about to finish, our paper, I threatened the life of the teacher that I would shoot him because I am a soldier.
Wow.
So, and my fellow student also back up and they said, Master, this guy here is a soldier.
Wow.
And because my nickname at school, they used to call me Gamete. Gamete means government.
Wow.
Then the teacher quickly interpreted that perhaps that's why they call me Gamete.
My name is Patrick Odida Lowita. I'm the current chairman of Lakoba, and currently I'm the 5th chairperson. And we have grown from strength to strength. The association basically stands on 3 pillars. Number one, we came together to support the school that made us who we are in the different walks of life all over the world. Number two, also to attend to our members' needs. We support our members in times of needs, or we celebrate together with our members when such occasions come to their life. Our third pillar is community services. We do a lot of interventions to support the community, especially around the school or in the region. So in those 3 pillars, over the years, we have seen a lot of activities that Lakoba has taken in the school. Number one, we have tried to support the school administration in coming up with the right systems that sustains itself. Because after one of our best successful teachers left, the school went through a lot of turmoil up and down, has had 4, 5, 8 teachers within a decade, and that brought a lot of system down. So there was a process of revamping the school. We started with Lakoba in 2016, and that has taken us from strength to strength. For instance, in 2015, in our national ranking, Alaibi College was number 984 in UNEP, in UCE. That has been our lowest in the history of our school. Yet during times of war, we would be number 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. My own lot of 1995 UCE, we were number 8 in the whole country. So when we got ourselves in number 900 and so, it was a very big pain to take. As Lakoba, we woke out and said, we need to do something. We need to support the school to get back to this. So we engaged the school stakeholders and drew up a 10-year strategic plan for the school. That was from 2017 to 2026. And then we also, from that strategic plan, now started to cascade into departmental activities and plan. What we have been doing as Lakoba is purely support and strategic advisory services. We do not get into the temptation that many alumni want to do in terms of trying to run the school. And that's what sets Lakoba at another level. We do not indulge ourselves into management and administrative issues. We have a policy of eyes on, hands off.
Lakoba prides itself among associations in this country. And for you to pick what Lakoba stands for, the whole boys of St. Joseph College, Laibi, we have over 5,000 members. The active one is close to 1,500 who are heavily involved in the activity for the school. What do we stand for? We stand for 3 key thematic pillars. One, we stand for the school, whereby in the school we look at the academic excellence, supporting the staff, and also supporting management, so that we see that we thrive, the success story which should come from the school. Two, we believe in our members, those who have gone through the school, through the college. We expect that the members out of the college are people who grew up through education system, formative life. Many of us went through the college. And how do we support each other? We need to know each other, where you are, what are you doing. We may have differences in all aspects, but we need to see that we came from the same point and we bring ourselves together. So we see that we support each other holistically. Then the third, we believe in the school, in the community. Community, these are the parents who really struggle for us to go through education system. We achieve what we are as we now. Remember, Northern region had gone through a lot at that time. We went through war. Many of us, in the school, it was insurgency. So those parents who gave an extra effort to make us go through school, we have to recognize and appreciate. That's why we give also a lot of our effort to the community. So we have started a saving scheme. Every cohort, our aspiration is we need to see them to have a amount of money in the pool will help them. They can do investment, real estate. We have close to 5 cohorts who have already decided, and they're buying land. And out of that land, they plot it. When they plot, they distribute. Now, our core role is to help the most vulnerable. So how do we help the lowest among your class? And we are locating, we call it Lakoba Village. That's our aspiration, which we look at.
My name is Claire Achan. I am the Vice Chairperson of Secretariat All Girls Association, in short, SHOGA. As SHOGA, we have had great impact in the school. We have been providing the school with career guidance, mentorship, and other talks on discipline and so forth. We have been telling the girls that as the people who are already working, who passed through Secretariat in the early 2000s and the 90s, studied under difficult situation, but we made it. And for them, now there is peace. The school is well endowed with all the facilities, like the library, the laboratories. So really, there should be no excuse of not passing exams. For them, at least they're lucky. They have us, the all students who go to talk to them. As members, first of all, the association has brought us together. We come together as members, share ideas, support one another during any eventualities. For example, weddings, traditional marriages, in case we lose a member or a member loses a close relative like a spouse or a parent, we stand with members. And then we are always there to give hope, to support one another. And as members, we have started a circle for SHOGA members. That is to empower our members. We want our members to be financially empowered. Through the circle, they can be able to borrow money at very low interest rates than going to the banks or money lenders. I think it's important for all schools to be interested in the affairs of the school, because they act as they are not directly in managing the school, but they act as a check on how the school is being run. For example, as at SHOGA, we have our member, one of our members of the executive sits in the board of governors of the school. So it means when there are institutional changes, policies, for example, on school fees and other issues, we have a voice.
Okoda Harry Waya, the deputy head teacher, Laibi College. Lakoba, being an alumni of this college, we have in a very peaceful collaboration with them. We are in partnership of developing this school in various ways. What you see in the background here, this swimming pool, this was the initiative of Lakoba. When the Fiesta Games came in 2017, this facility wasn't there, but there was real need to have this facility, the swimming pool here. So as the old boy of the college, to start mobilizing the members' resources to ensure that this facility is put in place, and we are very grateful for whatever they did.
Talking about the impact that all students' associations can be able to do to impact their former schools, this is what we're talking about. This is a project done by Lakoba, and you can see it's not only impacting on the students but also impacting on the community. This is the work of an old students association. So this is a challenge for all of you out there. I don't know what you're doing for your old schools, but you have something definitely to learn with what Lakoba has been able to do here. You can also be able to emulate and do the same in your old school, or do any other project that you think can be able to impact on your old school, make it better, but also impact on the communities.
Youth of Purpose.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development will showcase the performance of the USMID program through a documentary on UBC TV on the 19th February 2024 at 9:30 p.m. and 20th February at 7:45 p.m. showcasing infrastructure development in municipalities in Uganda.
Basically, this is what we expect that should happen.
Like in this area where we are standing, there was a latrine here.
We were able to get funding, and we want to thank the government of Uganda, especially His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
USMID will withdraw, leave them in the community.
Don't miss the USMID documentary on UBC TV, Inspiring Uganda.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This is Chilling.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful day here at what we call the Land of Paradise. This is Ara Fishing Lodge. I've been here for quite some time, and yeah, this is how a sunrise looks like. It's very beautiful, so chilled. People are trying to carry out some fishing. You see them in the background. When I give you a better shot of them, they have their canoes, and I think this is the proper time of what we call fishing time. So you see, I'm suited for the occasion. I'm here to meet a gentleman. He's a young lad. I'll tell you more about him, but what we're going to try to do is what we call sport fishing. Now, sport fishing is getting some kind of fish and then throwing it back in water. It's more like a fun activity, yeah? We are not taking fish home. If we get lucky, we shall catch some. If we don't, yeah, bibao. So this gentleman has had aspirations of tourism ever since uni. So he started at Gulu University. As they say, charity begins at home. So he was more involved in this group called Nature Uganda, which was working towards conservation and what we call sustainability tourism. And after achieving that, he came up with his own company called Birding and Safari Touring Company that also promotes tourism as well. So I'm here to meet him and yeah, to find out more about him and get to know his story, man. These brothers have fascinating story. Morning! Morning!
Morning, how are you?
Good.
It's a very beautiful morning here.
It's quite a big lad, it's quite a big lad. Man, is this how morning looks like?
It's a beautiful morning,
yeah.
And the sunrise is one of the most perfect things, okay. Especially a sunrise overlooking the Nile.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful morning.
It's a beautiful morning indeed. And so I'm seeing canoes in the background and people trying to do something. What is it? They are fishing?
Yeah, so this is one of the economic activities that the community around here do.
Yeah.
That is fishing.
Okay.
And it's what puts food on the table.
Okay.
It's a beautiful activity, but most importantly is about the sustainability aspect of this economic activity.
And what we have here are two gigantic hooks.
Yeah, so
are we going to try out something?
Definitely. You know, the best time for fishing, you
Yeah.
have the morning hours,
Okay.
and then you have the evening hours or the night.
Yeah.
When the water is very calm,
Yeah.
the fish is coming, you know, aboard before the water gets heated. So the fish is coming very closer into the water surface so that they can actually feed. So it's a beautiful time to go on the water,
please,
and to catch some.
Please, let's go try to find out if we're lucky enough.
Ah, thank you. You know, there's a lot of meat. These gentlemen you see on the water.
Yeah.
They can actually saw and know exactly where the fish is, depending on where
it's my first time trying to do this.
It's gonna be exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
I'm optimistic. We hope to catch some very beautiful.
Please, let's hop into the boats.
Thank you.
I'm seeing white rhino and white angel.
Yeah, so I think we are going to use the white rhino.
Yeah.
It's one of the fishing boats.
Yeah.
That we're going to use here.
Okay. When they tell you that there are places in this country where time stands still, this is one of those places. Once again, we're at the beautiful Albert Nile. I'm with the one and only, truly, Boniface himself, a man who is so much invested when it comes to local tourism, and he had this passion ever since uni. So, yeah, Boniface, so you said we're going to try out what we call sport fishing. What exactly do we have? These are hooks. I saw them at the beginning. Take me through the mechanism of this. How do they work?
Yeah, so thank you. You know, first of all, sport fishing is not just like any other fishing.
Yeah.
You throw the hook in the water.
Yeah.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
You look at the catch.
Yeah.
You unhook it and throw it back in water.
Yes.
Of course, on rare occasions when you have a very big catch,
yeah,
you are able to go.
No, it doesn't count.
It
still doesn't count. You have to throw it back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how does this hook work?
So the hook,
it's quite tall. Yeah.
It's a very interesting hook. This is part of one of the rhino tough hooks.
Okay.
And you have the bait. It's an artificial bait.
Yeah.
It's metallic.
Yeah.
It must always be hooked here.
Yeah.
So the first thing is you have to unhook it where it is.
Yeah.
Make sure the line there is very straight.
Okay.
Is right up there.
Yeah.
Then down here you have a lock.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a lock of this hook.
Yeah. Must the bait be metallic? This kind of fish falls for anything?
No, this is the kind of bait. Yeah, of course. You know, the fish generally falls for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then this is the lock.
Okay.
To lock this roller. So when you unlock it, then you are able to throw the bait in water.
So can we try it out?
Sure. Here.
Yeah, please.
So
this is mine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when you unlock it here,
okay,
you see.
I unlock.
Yeah.
And then
you know you throw it in the water.
I throw it in the water.
Yes, you throw it in the water.
How do I hold it?
So this is what happens.
Okay.
That is a lock.
Wait, the bait has already come out.
Yes, the bait has come out.
Okay.
Let me roll it back.
Yeah.
So this is how you roll the bait back.
Okay.
Now while you're right here, is now you throw it in water, and the longer you throw it, the better. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're able to throw the bait as this unlocks. Okay.
Okay.
So the farther you throw, the better.
Yeah.
And this is how, of course, you can do that, and this goes really wide deep in the water.
Fish is not the only thing you're fascinated with. You also work towards birds and stuff like that. Tell me about that part of your life.
Yes.
How did you come to get fascinated with birds and birding?
Yeah. So thank you. You see, birds have been part of our
ecosystem.
Yes. Growing up, we used to hear birds singing and chanting. You know, the common saying goes about sounds of the bird, how actually the birds are part of our important ecosystem. Now, importantly, is the fact that I developed my love for birding when I joined Nature Uganda.
Okay. That was at university.
At university. And one of the biggest things that Nature Uganda does is conducting excursions to different spots for birding, particularly where you're able to watch birds.
Yeah. I'm having an entanglement.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. You instead of locking it up, you unlocking it.
Yeah. As if I had as if I caught something. Okay. This usually happens, right?
Yeah, this happens
for first timers.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, it takes a bit of time for you before you master how to use it.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's harder than how it looks. Yeah?
Of course, these are gears that are a bit
tricky.
Yeah. But then generally, if you know this is an improved type of a hook.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up using the small hook and the bait. We used to put earthworms as the bait.
This is the modern kind.
Yeah, this is the modern kind of, and so this happens very frequent. But always you're able to roll it back and be able to make sure that you...
Bonnie, this can't fool you. I really know how to deal with gears because I know how to drive cars. But this is a bit different. This technology looks easy, guys, but it's really hard. Now look what a mess I've created. This is quite a huge mess. So Bonnie, so you were telling me?
Yeah, so bird watching is one of the most exciting activities. Unfortunately, not so many domestic tourists appreciate and understand that. But as a region and as a country, we have some of the most...
I've gotten some support and help. Be careful, okay? Yeah.
As a country and a region, we have some of the most exciting bird species that tourists look out for. One of the biggest being the shoebill stork.
Yeah.
That is it's a bird. It's a gold mine for the country, and so the tourists come, take time, go on these trails just to see these birds here. And as West Nile, we're actually blessed because we have a shoebill breeding site just on the Nile, one of the islands. Over here.
What happened? You didn't bring our binoculars? I'm pretty much sure we would have spotted some.
We will have, definitely. The water birds, as you can see, of course, being the main activity of fishing. So we didn't want to carry binoculars to look into the waters for now. So, but I mean, birding is one of the most exciting activities. So here along the peninsula of our fishing lots, we have the weaver birds. They are what we call the best architects because they create one of the beautifulness. If you see along the trees on the Nile, that's where they nest, and they have a very beautiful lifestyle. While they are courting, the male bird has to first build a nest. You see how when you come to our human history, even as a man, before you marry, you must have built your own house and home, and that is how these birds behave. Unless you have nested, you have a beautiful nest, and that is the only way that you're able to court, the female birds.
Yeah. Is it one of the reasons you came up with your company, West Nile Birding and Safari, which says discover nature's canvas, unveil nature's symphony?
Exactly. By doing birding, you're trying to, our aspiration is really to give opportunity for us to discover nature, to bond with nature, but of course, understanding the ecosystem, the symphony, what happens in all this. We have a very beautiful human wildlife and that relationship with the ecosystem. And if we're able to understand this, discover it, and bond with it, we are able to actually enjoy the beauty of, you know, living in this nature here. So as one of the activities we do is birding. We take tourists to do bird watching. There are different birds. We have birds online. We have water birds. And then also, we also do the nocturnal birds. The nocturnal birds are the birds that come out in the night. You have the owl and, you know, those categories there. They only come out in the night. So particularly around our fishing lodge, we have a number of species of birds. Both water birds, also birds on land.
Can you get a chance to spot some on site at Ara itself? Okay.
Yeah, you see the greenery and everything. So when you take a tour around, just even along the shores, you saw the blood eagle right seated on the tree. We have the I told about the weaver birds. We have them there. Then we have just on water, as you see, when we do a cruise along the greenery area, you're able to see quite a number of those birds there.
We go in for a break and we'll be back shortly with another part. Stick with us, please. Remember, the hashtag is Visit Madiland, all right? Don't ever forget that we're on an expedition and we're enjoying this.
On UBC, the program that helps you identify opportunities for investment, job creation, growing your entrepreneurial skills, wealth creation, and social transformation.
We have a product that is ready for schools, supermarkets.
Create wealth, transform livelihoods. Every week, we showcase opportunities for creating new products and enterprises.
I now harvest a lot of cocoa. When I harvest it, I sell. After selling, I put money in my project. I have 2 projects. 1 is for construction of my house, 2 is for educating my children.
Excellence in innovation, the passion and drive to succeed, and the right mindset to grow your business. Lives transformed on UBC. Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Create wealth, transform livelihoods. Brought to you by Operation Wealth Creation.
Now, if anybody woke up and told you that I'll be on Albert Nile in the West Nile, in the land of possibility fishing on Saturday, you would say I'm kidding. Today, I'm with a CEO of his own company called West Nile Birding and Safari. He goes by the names of Boniface. What is your other name?
Kadabara.
From which tribe? Which tribe are you?
In Madi, the name means it will be well.
It will be well.
Yes.
So your company is actually based in Arua, is it true?
Yes.
Why isn't it here in Adjumani?
Yeah, so I have I've settled in Arua. Importantly, whereas this is home and this is a destination, but also Arua is a regional city, and for the tourism-related activities, which is gets a lot of tourists, we thought it was it's the right location to put up offices. But generally, our operations are not really in this part of the region.
Okay, so before we took a break, I told you I'm gonna ask you why. Really, be honest and tell me, bro, where did the passion come from of wanting you to be to say something, to play your role in this what we call the local tourism scene?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think they say sometimes you learn certain things, but I think for me the passion for tourism is inborn.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe I was born with this passion. You know, growing up, I come from the Metu Mountains.
Metu Mountains.
In Moyo here, and growing up, we were sent to go and chase some of the rodents. You know, because we used to farm along the slopes of the mountain. And so while we're there, you find there are rodents like the monkeys, the baboon, the rabbit, and a lot of that. And so in the process of doing this, we kept hiking, the hills and the mountains. I think it was part of an exciting experience of my childhood, climbing the mountains, doing a lot of things there. But also, I've had opportunity of crossing this Nile time and again, even during my childhood. And I was always fascinated about water, the nature. You look at the beautiful ranges of the mountains, overlooking the Nile. It has been quite an experience right from childhood. But importantly is I've had opportunity of a bit being exposed and traveling. I've lived part of my life in Jinja. And
how is it like, and how is the life different from what we have here in the West?
I think from a tourism perspective, Jinja was ahead. They had products that were already well developed, and a lot of investment had gone in it. I was there in the years before the Bujagali Dam, so I had opportunity of actually seeing the Bujagali Falls. But also, going to the source of the Nile, doing a lot of activity.
How long have you been doing this for? Actively?
I think for the past 9 or so years. I've been in this space of tourism. And so I think for me, that opened my eyes of exactly what tourism was. Being in Jinja, I had opportunity of running excursions, with friends. And importantly, I was staying living and staying with my uncle. That's in Chirinya prisons, which is just part of it is actually the river Lake Victoria. So I had that experience of living with water, going on water, fishing, and a lot of this.
There's something, Bonnie, that I keep on asking people, because I've sat with so many young people like you here from West Nile, and there's this one question that is surfacing in every interview, because we need to make this right. Demystify the fact that people are saying West Nile has nothing to offer when it comes to tourism. It is I believe it's a myth. What have you got to say about that?
It's absolutely a very, very big myth, which we must demystify. Because as West Nile, we have one of the best tourism attractions in the country. We have one of the best products that unfortunately they are not well developed, and for so long even the stakeholders and authorities that are entrusted with the role of promoting tourism in the country, I think they have not done much in this part of the country. But I think it starts from us. This is the opportunity we have to put this to the world out there, that look, there is a game here, there is a beautiful thing in this part of the region. And I think in the next few coming years, we can definitely do great work.
Apart from birding and sport fishing, which other activities can you recommend somebody coming to West Nile for their first time? What could they try out?
Okay, so thank you. I know West Nile has up to 13 districts. Very interesting. And that's about 8 tribes. Now, we have attractions around marine tourism that's related to the water.
Something like
what we are doing. We have one of the most beautiful mountain ranges you can see. People can hike. But starting right from Pakwach, which is the entry into, if you're coming from Karuma Natural Falls, you have the Wangale. That is the site where the Luo brothers separated. A very beautiful and strong cultural site. You come to Nebi, we have what we call the Biko Church, the smallest church in the world, which can accommodate only 3 people, at most 5 people.
Wow! It's called the Biko Church.
Biko Church. It's on Mount Goli. It is it's for religious tourism. One of the smallest church in the world. You come to Madiokolo. We have Ajai Wildlife Reserve. The home of the white rhinos. You know, one of the most things that has sold West Nile recently has been the Fufa drum. Football games. And the pride name of the province team is the white rhinos. And Ajai is the home of the white rhinos. Before, of course, the unfortunate bit of the poaching, and later on they were relocated to Ziwa White Rhino Sanctuary. But they are being reintroduced. and actually restocking the wildlife reserve. It's an opportunity for us to do that. But then we have waterfalls. In Maracha, we have Miradua. We have the Dabaratsa waterfalls. We have hot springs here in Adjumani. We have the Zoka tropical forest. Did you know that actually the insanity that people enjoy in the country breed right
from there? Here, from Zoka. Wow. People wondering it's November, the senators have not come out. The colonies are still actually forming. We have the ranges of Mount Oche, Mount Ilo, but importantly is we have a historical tourism concerning the slave trade war. Now, you've heard about the slave trade, and West Nile experienced this in first hand. The slave traders used to come from Egypt, Sudan. Used to come. Is that Dufile? We have the Fort Dufile. Fort Dufile is the site where Emni Passa. Now Emni Passa has a number of sites. There is a Fort Wadelai in Wadelai. So along the Albert Nile is actually where they did a lot of their. So the fight on the slave trade. We have Emni Passa, George Gordon, and even Sir Samuel Baker. They were fighting slave trade. And one of the hills, as you approach Fuller Falls, when you're on top of it, you're able to look into